Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you in a nice and easily understandable way what are blueprint interfaces and how you can use them to communicate in between actors, blueprints, components, classes, etc. inside Unreal Engine. Now when I learned about Unreal Engine, I watched these videos about what is a blueprint interface, and most of the time people never explained it in a nice and understandable way, and that's what I'm going to try to do now. We're gonna keep it short, straightforward, so you understand it. So we go to blueprints, that create a folder for it called blueprints, whatever that might be. You do a right click, you go blueprint, and you go blueprint interface. Now let's call this my blueprint interface. Interface, whatever that might be. You got the idea. So you open this, and then these functions that you see here are going to be certain message channels or communication channels. These are the certain functions that can be used either by the message sending part or the message receiving part. So for example, in this case, the first one, let's call this or send integer message, because I am expecting here some integer to be sent. Let's say that this is a send integer message. Okay, so the inputs and the outputs, how does that work? Basically, if you have an output, that means that when it's triggered by something, the whole messaging system, it's going to respond with an output back to the message sender. So if in your, let's say, BP, and let me actually dock this one here, let me open the BP third person character right here. So in the BP third person character, let's say from that's the easiest way to show, from my character, let's say I'm pressing E key. Okay, let's just actually add some keys here so we can kind of, test the stuff and actually do key 1. That's a 1 key. That's a 2 key. And let's do a 3 key. So 1. We do this one for 2. We do this one for 3. Okay, so let's say on certain keybinds from my BP third person character, I want to send a message. Now when I send a message, do I expect something in return? Do I expect that I'm sending a variable and I'm getting a variable back? If I'm sending a variable, I need to put it on inputs. So for example, I need to send an integer. So let's say that sending integer. This is what I need to send, and I can select whatever I want to select. Same variable declaration like in component or actor, so you can do like array, single, etc. You can't send maps and you can't send sets, but you can send singles and arrays. And inside you can select, I don't know, I need an integer. So I'm sending an integer, and by the way, you can do multiple things. So I can send a boolean together with this one, let's say boolean, and I say is this new integer. Okay, so I am sending some stuff over in the input. Now the outputs is, again, once I send a message to the message node will have an output. The output is that you want here to actually receive back. Let's say that this is a text. I'm gonna call this output text. Okay, and then we're going to declare this as a simple text right here. This is the output text. So now we have input and output. Cool. Now how we do send messages in between certain actors or whatever. Let's start with the BP third person. Good thing to remember is that you only need to declare the particular interface in your class if you are receiving the message. You don't have to do that if you're sending the message, okay? Only if you're receiving the message. Meaning that if I would want to, let's say, send a message from here, the BP third person character with pressing 1 key, what I would do is that I have this my blueprint interface, and the message is called send integer message. So how you do? You do right click, send integer message. Now if you don't see this right here, just click context sensitive, and if you click it, you will see it. Now important, you always need the message part. So you see here message in the brackets, that's what you need. You don't need this one, you need this one with a message, because you're sending a message from here to there. Now what you need to do is, as you can see, it has inputs and it has outputs. The inputs that we declared here as an input, and the output is that whatever comes out from the other part as a response to your stuff. So for here, we can send our particular variables, which is in this case we can do variable and then send it that way. So for example, if I go here to the variable section, let's say I do have my int, which is going to be an integer like this. Let's get it, and I'm passing it here. I can also do a my boolean and send a boolean. You get the idea. Right now the integer we are sending is going to be 1, and is this new integer is going to be true. And then whenever we press the 1 key, we are going to send this message. Now, good thing to know that you need a target. Why you need a target? And this is what most people don't understand or don't explain properly. What is the target? The target is simply put, you have the interface, you have this, which can be used on a sender and the receiving part, and inside here, you are the sender, meaning you need to have the receiver part. You can't just say, send a message, because even if you set the blueprint interface as a class in the other part, you still need to declare where the message goes, and let me tell you why, and I'll show you exactly why. Okay, so let's go back into our content and the blueprints folder. I'm gonna create actors here. Okay, so let's just create some actors right here. I'm gonna call this actor1, and I'm going to call this actor, I don't know, the blueprint class, actor, I'm gonna call this actor2. Okay, so we have actor1 and actor2. Actor1, place it here, actor2, place it here. Let's open them both. Like this. Blueprints actor2. Okay, so let's say we want both of these to actually some shape or form receive messages. So we go into the class defaults right here. Class settings right here. Implemented interfaces right here. And then we add a new interface. And now we select our interface, which is what we call this my blueprint interface. We add it. And now this interface is added. We compile. We do the same with the actor2. Class settings, implemented, we add it, my blueprint interface, like this. Okay, now both of these are able to receive messages. As you can see, if we go into the interfaces, the function is just appeared here. Okay, so if I click like this, you're gonna see that it's gonna receive a message integer, it's gonna receive a boolean, because this is what we declared here, and this is what's going to be with the message. So it's going to receive it, and then it's going to respond with a text. And same goes in the other one right here. If we double click here, interfaces, gonna receive messages and gonna respond. And that's where the part comes where I said to you that you have to have a target here. Why? Because now you have multiple blueprint interfaces having the same interface integrated. So how would your BP third person character know where to send a message? Do I send this to actor 1? Do I send it to actor 2? So you need to declare which actor, what component, or what is the receiver in the other end is. And how you can do that is that if you don't have a direct relation, and what I didn't understand in the beginning means direct relation is that, for example, you are in the BP third person character. Here, there is inside here, there is no relation to where I'm sending it. If there would be a component class here added to my character, and I'm sending message to that component class, I could just say, yeah, do this. Or if I have a variable here which says, oh, sure, I need that to be sent over. Sure, you can do that. And for example, let's say that I want to send a message into the foliage instance static mesh component. For example, variable, and I do foliage instance static mesh component. Okay, so we select it, we do like this, foliage instance static mesh component, like this, object reference here. And even this, you would not be able to connect like this, because you need to declare what exact component you are sending, because if you just declare it, it's not gonna work. And let me show you what I mean. So even if you do a reference, like let's say I do another one right here, we say actor reference. Okay, so actor, object types, actor1, object reference. That's what we created here. Okay, so we get it out, get the object reference, and we're sending as a target. And now this might work, and then the response is a text, and then let's say in actor1, the response should be hello world, like this. So it responds with a hello world. And I would do a print string like this, and I would connect it here, and that's gonna print out the text as a hello world. Now if I go to my map and I press 1, that's what should happen, right? I press 1, but it doesn't happen. Why it doesn't happen? Because sure, you referenced as an object type here the actor 1, but it's not going to work unless you directly say that this particular actor, because okay, actor 1 right here, let me go to my open world map. Okay, so actor 1 here is actor 1 here, okay? But I can move multiple actor 1s, meaning that I might have this actor 1, I might have this actor 1, I might have this actor 1, okay? So in the scene I have multiple type of actor 1 basically. So this type of actor can exist multiple times in the environment. So actually I need to kind of cast to it or say this exact one that I need the communication to, okay? And how you can do it is that you need to refer that exact particular actor. So get, for example, in this case, get all actor of class, right here, get all actor of class, and then you would say, well, my actor is actor 1 as a class, right here, actor 1, and that would return to you an array of all the array of actor 1 object references in the world. And how you would do is you would refer whichever you need. As your world has multiple actor 1s, like first actor 1, 2, 3, what is the index of the actor 1 that you need? In this case, it could be just get, like this. You get is index 0, and then the index 0 is going to be that actor that you explicitly want to send a message to. Let's just connect it this way, like that. That's the first of the actor 1 that we need in the world. We go in there, we press key 1, and we say hello world. See? Hello world. Why? Because actor 1, this right here, is index 0. If I would have multiple actor 1s, this would be index 2. Okay? That could be index 2 right here. That would mean that, I mean the second index, not index 2, the second index. That would mean that we need to change this to index 1, like this. Okay? Index 1, that would be the other one. I press and it's hello world. But if I would change it to, let's say, index 2, meaning I expect that the third actor 1 is in the world, well, it's not. I press the 1 key, but it isn't. Because why? Because our level has an actor 1 here and has an actor 1 here. You see, edit actor 1, edit actor, and don't look at the name. Is okay? I named it actor 1. It's actually actor 1, so it's a little bit, you know, weird in that sense. But what we could do, just so you more understanding in a sense, is that I could create, let's say, a new actor, and I call it my actor class, like this, and then I say get the my actor class, like this. And if I drop it into the world, it's gonna say my actor class. Now if I drop it into the world again, it's gonna say my actor class 2, my actor class 3, okay? And then basically that's what it takes. It always takes one more than it's like, you know, that's why it's actor 2, actor 3, my actor class 1, 2, 3. And I would say get my actor class and get indexed, let's say 1, which means that it's going to be my actor class 2. Right here. So you need an exact reference of where do you send the message and what you expect in return of that message. Understand? So in this case, let me just actually implement the interface into that. So let's just do my actor class. We go class settings. We have the interface, my blueprint interface. We do the send message like this. And then the output text we say hello from my actor class, like this. And then this my actor class 1, 2, and 3 inside our world. I'm gonna remove the other actors. My actor class 1, 2, and 3 is inside the world, okay? And then inside our BP third person character, what's your issue here? Get. And then we're gonna get an object reference from this on the index that we want, which is in this world is either index 0, index 1, index 2. Let's say we want index 2, so we want this one right here. So we're gonna do it like this, index 1, that's gonna respond with my actor class 2, and because of that, it's gonna respond with a message that comes from the new class that we just created right here. It's gonna say hello from my actor class. If I go into the map and I press one click, hello from my actor class. Now this is the key here, that sure, you can send a message back and forth with this one. Like for example, here in the actor, I can send a message back, but you always need to declare your exact target. Because in your world, even though this is one actor class, like my actor class, it's possible that I have, I don't know, 75 of these out in the world. And if that's the case, then you need to declare what is the exact one that you're sending a message to. I hope that makes sense, everyone. And now let's send a message back to our BP third person character, okay? So let's say that we have a message back to our BP third person character. We need to implement, like I said earlier, always the message receiver has to implement the interface. So if we need a message to receive here, we go to class settings, we go to interfaces, and we add my blueprint interface. Now this means that now I can go to the interfaces and I can click the same message, which gonna send some stuff and gonna respond back. So that would mean that you could say hello back from your BP, hello third person, whatever, you know? And that would mean that if you do this, then inside your class, in the event graph, for example, begin event play, you could send a message from here, and I would do send integer message. Now, as you can see, you don't see the brackets here. You need to take the context sensitive, like I said, and you always need the bracket version, the bracket message version, this one. So when the begin event overplay starts, so the actor initialize is gonna send a message into BP third person character, and it's gonna send on index 0, this is a new integer, yes, it's just going to send a message to it. Now in the other, and now you need to refer. So you need to refer who is your target, and that's what usually most people do, just cast to BP third person. So cast to BP third person character, like this. Let's cast it to the BP third person character. Like this. And then the object reference is we just do get player controller, and then the player controller as an object reference, and the character with targeting like this. Actually, not player character, it should be character, yeah? Yeah. Get player character like this, that's better. Yes. So we say get the player index 0 character, cast it to BP third person character, return a valid object reference, send it to the exact one as a message, and in the other end, right here, we implemented this one and we return a message. Now here, what we could do is we hijack this and we say print string, and then we're going to print out the integer that comes from here. We say hello world from your, we say this message came from the BP actor, right? So what does that mean? And we're just gonna extend this to 10 seconds so it's visible. What that's going to mean is we hit play, and then right after we hit play, it's gonna say here message come from your BP actor. We hit play, this message comes from the BP actor. Why? Because in our BP actor on begin event play, what we do is we cast it to the BP third person character, and we use it as an object to the target message, and we're sending whatever we want. So we could send, I don't know, different message here. And if you want different, in the My Blueprint interface, you can add multiple functions. Here you would do this message is to character. And here I would say that I don't need any inputs. Wait. Yeah, I need inputs, but I don't need outputs. So right here, what I could say is I say message to the character. and that could mean let's just do a string here, message to character, right? And in my BP, my actor class right here, instead of sending integer message, I could do a send, what's the message word? This message is to character. So this message is to character, context insensitive, with a message like this. And that would mean that we can send any message to the character. We say, hello character, how are you? Let's just connect it here. Object reference. Yep. And that would send the message to the BP third person character. Of course, in here we need to implement the same thing. So let's just go here. This message is to character. You double click on it. And then that would mean that it doesn't, like, this is a one way, this is a two-way message, because here it gets something and it responds something back to the actor, and then the actor receives it in the other end as the output text. So that's the two-way stuff. Here when you have an input and I have an output, the input comes from the actor, we do something with it and we return the output. In the actor, you send the input and you receive the output. Now this is a one way, you're just sending something to the character. So in that case right here, send message to this character, gonna be an event. It's not gonna be like a return node, it's not gonna be like this, it's gonna be a simple event. In that case, all you do is you print this out. So you do a print string, this message is from the BP actor, like this, and then let's do another print string, and then we just do it like this. And that means when we initialize the world, let's give it a world, this message is from the BP actor, hello world character. So, but we could now change it in the my actor cal like this, and do a, this is my one-way message. I hit play. This is my one-way message. I don't know why it's hitting. Either way, that's fine. And then here we just have this one printed 10 seconds, and we have this one printed in this color, right? So when we hit it, selected viewport, right? This is my one way, like there. You see? So the whole communication, just to recap where we were talking about, the message sender never have to have the interface implemented. It's the receiver end that has to implement it. If you're sending a message from a BP actor, like from here, into your BP third person character, then in the BP third person character is where you implement the interface. Class settings, interface, you add it, you click here, like this message is a character. If it's a one way, you're just expecting some message from the actor class, like this, then it would be an event which automatically triggered with the message. If it's a two-way communication, so for example here you have some inputs coming from here, and then you expect from the BP third person character to get some output, then it would be this one, and it would expect you some input, and you do something and you return output. Same goes the other way around, because here it expects some input, has some output, or here if you do this, then it expects some input. So it's always, you will, let's say, communicate between BP third person character and an actor. Where you send the message from is just using the so-called message nodes, which are right here, these message nodes. This is what the sender using without interface, and the receiving end is always implementing the interface itself. In the interface, you set your inputs and outputs. If it's just an input, you're triggering an event. If it's inputs and outputs, you're triggering a to-bind message, meaning that it's not an event, but rather like it triggers, but it also has a return node. And it's important to always cast or define your object correctly. If you're sending something from a class to a BP third person character, sure, it's easy. You just cast to BP third person character, get a player character or reference as an object, cast it, you got the object ref and use it as a target. Sure, that's easy. But if you are doing it reverse, so you're casting from the BP third person character and you casting it to, let's say, a actor, then you need to get the all actor by class. You need to find what exact actor in your world you are sending the message to, get a proper reference, and you target that. Or if you would do a footage instance static mesh component, for example, then you would do a cast2 footage instance static mesh component or an instance static mesh component, and you would use that as, of course, you could not just use this as an object ref. You also need to have the wildcard here saying that what exact object I'm hitting. So let's say you have a forest environment, you have a begin overlap, it overlapped with something, with a sphere collision, for example, sphere trace by channel, what is it? Sphere trace by channel. So you overlap with something on the sphere channel, and then you did a hit result, you break the hit result, you get out the hit component, you connect it here, and then now you can cast it, and now you can get the object here. As simple as that. You always need to exactly refer the particular stuff that you need to send a message to, not just in general say, well, I need a footage instance static mesh component. Sure, you have 75 of them in your world. Which one you want to send a message to, you know? Or I just want to send this to this actor. Sure, even if you have just one in your world, which actor you would like to send it to? Index 0? Sure, let's send a message to it. And that's how you basically do it. I hope I helped someone with this video. Take care. See you in the next one.